Hi everyone, and welcome to my Q&A 2016. I'm just gonna get right in and try and answer as many questions as I can. So yeah, let's go. I would say my favorite song that I've written is actually my Hannibal song, so Become the Beast. It was just probably one of the hardest songs to write. It's anyone that's watched Hannibal will know it's an incredibly complex relationship Hannibal and Will have. It's almost like a bromance, and it's almost like a bit of a love thing, and then it's got this really kind of creepy, sinister sort of underlay going on. Hannibal's kind of trying to mold him, I think, into another version of himself, and it's just very creepy, and I loved it, and it was incredibly hard to kind of like get into Hannibal's psyche and sort of write this song from him to Will, and yeah, it took a long time to put together, but it was ultimately the most rewarding song, and it's one of the ones I'm probably the most proud of, and I get so much great feedback from it as well, and so yeah, I think that's probably my favourite song, actually, the Hannibal song. I shall probably be making music till the day I die. Easy. There's nothing else I can do. Quite simply, I'm quite useless at literally everything else in this world apart from singing. So it's the one thing that I've got going for me. So I will be doing it till I'm dead, till I'm gone. He knows nothing. Okay. Tips for developing an individual singing style. I've got a really weird feeling there's like a bird up there or something. Something rustling around up in my ceiling. I hope it's not a ghost. Can you hear that? Okay, no, seriously. Alright, developing a singing style. To be honest, for the longest time I thought I sounded really, really generic. And because I used to copy like a lot of my heroes, I grew up listening to like Celine Dion and Tina Turner and Lorena McKenna and Enya, and I had all these people, and I was always trying to, and even like things like Disney princesses like Ariel and that. I mean, everyone wanted to sound like Ariel, so I mean, I used to try and imitate these people for the longest time, and I swear I didn't have a very unique voice. And it's only really been, since I started doing this like as a career, I've sort of played around with things, and I think I've developed my own kind of unique style. I'm not really too sure if that was a conscious thing or if it's just sort of naturally happened. I just know I like to play around with things. Like I think different songs I sort of use a sort of slightly different voice. Like I have a kind of Celtic folky ballad voice. I also have this kind of dark kind of voice when I'm doing things like Hannibal, like that kind of song. I also, I have a bit of a rocky thing. Like I can do this kind of growly rock thing when I'm sort of doing like Thunderdome. I used it, and I was using kind of like Smaug song and stuff. Like I just play around, I think it's all just about playing and finding the voice that suits the song and just enjoying it. Like just enjoy it. It's all singing comes down to, as long as you're not forcing it and sort of ruining or straining your voice. Just have fun and just like play around with it, and I think eventually you'll find a voice that you sort of keep coming back to, and that's probably your kind of natural singing voice. Pretty sure that was just a really rubbish answer to that question, but I hope that helps. What motivates me? It's like I think releasing the song, getting a song to that releasing part, and you've spent ages on it, or like an album or something, and you get to that end point, and you're gonna release it and get all the feedback, and you guys just fill me up with lovely, lovely, lovely comments, and it's such a lovely thing, and I feel incredibly privileged and incredibly privileged and incredibly blessed to be where I am, and and that drives me, and you know, it's all of that kind of drives me. You know, it's such a rush to do what I do, and I genuinely love it. You know, it's not always there. You know, there's definitely songs that I struggle with. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes I can't get there with something, and it's driving me crazy. A lot of the time, my albums will get to a point where I just want to die. But then, you know, you have to sort of treat it like a job. You know, you have to get up, sit down, and do the work, and just get on with it, and keep going until it's good. And then when you get to that point and you look back and you just think it's so worth it, you know, thank God I have this album now, and I feel so proud, and it's out there, and it's, you know, no one can take that away from you, and it's just, that's an incredibly awesome thing. So all these little things, yeah, they drive me. Yes, absolutely. In fact, when I was thinking of doing the Arthurian thing, the Camelot album, I did sort of flip between, do I want to do Lancelot and Guinevere and do the love story, or do I want to do like a Morgan kind of album? Morgan Le Fay, who's like the darker character of the Arthurian legends, and she's got a fascinating, awesome story. And I still think maybe perhaps I will probably do that. You know, I like the idea of exploring the darker side of Camelot and her and all her witchcrafty stuff, and I just think that would be really, really awesome. Just a totally different soundscape, you know. Lancelot and Guinevere was very romance and, you know, big, you know, epic orchestral kind of stuff, whereas I think Morgan would be a lot more earthy and kind of maybe a bit more primal and creepy, and yeah, I think that would be a really awesome album, just total polar opposite of Queen of Camelot too, which would just be great. So yeah, I quite like the idea of making a sequel to that album, because it was a really, really great album to make. I really enjoyed it, and I think it would be fun to explore that world again, but the darker side of that world. And you know me, and I love my dark stuff, so yeah, definitely. Yes, I do actually. I have one tattoo, which I'm not gonna show you because it's ridiculous. I got it done when I was really young. Doesn't mean anything. It's stupid. I hate it. But I want to get another one. There's one that I'm gonna get, which when I get it, I think you guys will appreciate it. So I'll show you on Facebook or whatever. So yeah, watch this space. And no piercings. I'm not really into that kind of thing. I've got my ears done. I think that's about it. That's as far as I go with the piercings. So. Do you know what? I didn't until you just asked me that. And thinking about it, I probably should. My man, which answers a lot of the other questions, the other million questions you laddies have been asking me. Are you single? Are you single? Are you single? Will you marry me? Are you single? My man, who is also a music guy, he's been doing a lot of mixing and mastering for me. He's pretty cool. He likes Star Wars. Okay, no, he loves Star Wars. He's obsessed. So maybe I should do Force Awakens song, actually. That'd be pretty cool. Watch this space. Yeah, something I definitely want to get into. We're looking at that with the next album, which is going to be a bit bigger than stuff that I've done before. So we are looking at doing live stuff. There's also some stuff going on with my housemate is really good musician. He's sort of plays guitar and stuff, so we're maybe thinking about doing some kind of little things with that, just like little things. But yeah, I think live stuff is definitely, it's a bit scary for me, but it's something I would quite like to get into. So yeah, definitely thinking about that. You could go anywhere in Scotland and it'll be gorgeous. Scotland's awesome. I will say, if you're gonna go there, the main places you want to go, Edinburgh, like obviously, just such full of rich history. It's the capital of Scotland. You've got the big, massive castle on the hill. All the buildings are ridiculously old. It's like something out of Harry Potter. It's just, everything's all tumbled down and gorgeous, and I love it. I love it there so much. Great little bars, great vibe, cool, like, you know, it's very, just very, very cool and very beautiful, and you'll love it. And then also you want to get up to like the Inverness area, so it's kind of like Fort William and Culloden, like the battlefield. Just if you go up there, it's kind of where they filmed Braveheart and Rob Roy and everything. So it's like, it's just, it takes your breath away. You know, I lived there for a little while, and every morning I got the bus to work, and it was like the sun would just be coming up, and you just have that scenery over the loch and that, and it was just, ugh, I can't even begin to describe how beautiful it is up there. So get yourself up, you know, Inverness area, get yourself to Edinburgh, and there's plenty of other gorgeous little places in between. You know, you'll just go everywhere in Scotland. It's just gorgeous, you won't regret it. I definitely have a lot of bad voice days. I think, you know, you have to sort of treat it like an instrument. The things that I sort of do to get my voice sounding good, warm-ups help, sort of vocal warm-ups. You can look on YouTube, there's plenty of people that show you how to warm up your voice properly. You can also do, I sort of swear by just drinking chamomile tea. I drink it all the time when I'm recording, gallons of the stuff. I find warm liquids really kind of soothe the vocal cords and make your voice kind of, what's the word? It just kind of warms everything up in there, and it just gets it kind of nice and smooth sounding. So that's kind of what I do. I don't really know any more sort of technically stuff to tell you. Just kind of look after it, don't strain it. If you're having a bad voice day, don't sing. It's best just to not actually push it on those days and just let your voice rest. Rest is really, really good for your voice. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. If I'm having a really bad voice day, I just won't record. I'll wait until I have a good day. So that's kind of my advice. With a pair at left. Instrumentals of my songs. I'm not like. Another question that someone asked me was, will you be releasing sheet music? And so I think this goes hand in hand. I'm not technically trained in music. I think I've said this before. I don't actually know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what chords are what. I don't know what I'm playing. I riff. I play by ear. I just kind of make it up as I go along. I don't know what the hell I'm playing. I don't know how to write it down. And so sheet music is kind of no. Also, releasing instrumentals, I always feel like the instrumentals are a little bit kind of, without me singing over them, I'm always a little bit self-conscious of them, so I've not got any real plans to release them alone without my vocals attached, just because it's my own kind of perfection-y thing. You know, I'm just not confident enough in them to release them as they are without the vocals. So at the minute, probably not. If I started working with other people who did know what they were doing and could actually make proper music, then yeah, that would probably be, yeah, I could see that happening. But as it stands at the minute, probably not. So thank you guys for watching my Q&A 2016. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really, really nice having a chat with you all, and I hope to maybe do another one pretty soon. Maybe just sort of keep your questions coming and I'll store them up for next time. So yeah, have a good week. See you later. Bye. His great surprise, his wounds had healed in the night. Oh, how could this be when his death had been nigh? He looked